So welcome back, friends, and I'm a little close to the camera here because we're outside. It's a little windy. I don't have a microphone. I'm not that fancy. But this is actually going to be our next video, but it happens to be the same day because you know what? It got really beautiful out, and I want to come out and show you all this piece that we have here. I'm going to try to clean this one, get the hardware off of it, and it's so nice out that I want to try to sand that other stuff. So we are going to get to it. All right, so here she is. Look at this. Isn't she gorgeous? I gotta say, I was very happy. This piece so far, this is the only piece that I have actually paid for so far. I got this at our local Goodwill, and it's got one of these little stamps, trade wins. It was $45. Didn't really want to pay that much, but you know what? She's a beaut. This is what I'm going to turn into our bar. So I'm going to get her sanded, as you know, clean her up, get her sanded, get the hardware off, and then at some point I'm going to try and make a bar. So I figured this is a perfect height, and well, we're gonna try it. All right, so I'm gonna set this up so you guys can see me taking off the hardware, getting her cleaned up, and then we'll be back. All right, so I just washed her down, dried her off, rinsed her off. I had a little bit of trouble getting the hardware off the drawers. Oh, and I forgot to clean the drawers. I will have to go and clean the drawers in a minute. But before I go do that, I just want to show you this. There's a few spots like here, a couple other spots that I'm going to fill, like these little edges here. This is a little rough. It looks like it's been dinged up a wee bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to fill these in with some wood filler, and hopefully it's going to dry and I can get sanding before the sun goes down. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jersey folks. So yesterday I started another clip afterwards, after I finished the other clip, because yesterday was such a beautiful day, and I brought up our other piece, this one right here, so I could get some things done. When I went to sand, well, the sander that we have actually broke, and by the time we were able to get it fixed, or actually had to borrow one from a friend, it was too late to sand, and I was kind of tired and sore from yesterday. It was actually a lot. I'm getting a little old now. Ooh. So anyway, so today we are armed with our sander, and we're gonna sand. We're gonna sand all of our pieces, and hopefully this is gonna work. Okay, I'm not real versed with the sander, but this one, I'm not sure about our sander, but this sander has some speeds on it. So one is pretty low. I think I'm gonna start with a 3 and see where that goes. I've got a 180 grit on here, and I'm gonna see how that works. But I'm gonna do a time lapse of me sanding. I got my mask. I've got my goggles, and we're good to go. All right, so let's get sanding. Finished, but the wind is pretty windy out. Finished sanding, got that all done. While I was sanding, my hutch fell over, and now there's some really big gouges. So I'm gonna have to go back through and add in, do some more wood fill on it, let that dry. I'm gonna wipe everything else out, down, hopefully prime that while the wood filler is drying. So next thing, on to the next thing. All right, just to give you an idea, when this guy fell, that happened, and this little guy fell off. So I'm gonna have to get some wood glue and kind of pound that back in. My son just went to go get the mallet, so we'll see what we can do to fix that. All right, so my son was actually able to find the mallet, and we got our wood glue, and I put this in here. So now I'm gonna lay this down outside because I don't have any clamps. Well, yeah, this wind is crazy. All right, I'm gonna lay this down on its side, and hopefully that will stick together. I've got my sanding block here because there's a few spots that I couldn't really get with the sander. So like these curved parts. So I'm gonna go in, sand this all down, wait for that glue to dry. Then I'm gonna do a little bit more sanding. I'm not even gonna worry about this. You know, again, it's ours. This is gonna be up against a wall. So I'm just gonna deal with it. All right, so I'm gonna finish sanding this and then wipe everything down. Then we're gonna start priming. Wiped everything down. I've got the drawers for this piece here on my drop cloth, plus the drawer for that other piece that my hutch is over from over there. I have to run downstairs and get some wood filler because there's a couple of spots that I need to fill. So while I'm going to do that, after I do that, I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to prime. But I got this Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch Primer, and it is good for wood, wicker, metal, and more. I chose to go with a spray can because I just didn't feel like rolling. So we're gonna see how this works. And I bought one of these handy dandy little buggers. This is a spray paint like comfort grip, because you know, if you do a lot of spray painting, your finger gets really, really tired. So we are gonna give that a try. Hopefully everything will work pretty well. I'm going to pop this off. Oh, look at that. Little bugger popped off. There we go. All right, so this is supposed to be pretty easy. The directions just simply say, oh, look, you pop it on like this. Although it doesn't seem to be working. Oh wait, does it go deeper? Let's see, I can't really see. I don't have my glasses. Oh, I see, it goes like this. Right?
Yeah, that's sure.
Oh, look, it works. Did have a little bit of an issue with one of the cans of spray paint. Just it's a dud. It would have helped me get a lot more done if that hadn't been a dud, but it's okay. I'm going to let all of this dry and then I'm going to sand it, but it looks like it is going to rain, which my husband told me it may or may not rain. That said, I can't really risk it. So I'm gonna, once this dries, I'm gonna bring everything inside, and then tomorrow will be another day. That's gonna be it for this edition of the Jersey Folks and my furnishing my basement journey. All right, guys. So you know what they say. That's all, folks.